All right, so I'm gonna continue, but I'm gonna continue with Osho's story, but where I'm up to right now. Okay, so I'm gonna skip a little bit of the first chapter, first and second chapter. Uh, in search of the deathless. All right, an interviewer from the Seattle Post Intelligencer, John McCall, was asking Osho these questions. He said, "You know that you will live in some form beyond this life?" And Osho answered, "Not in any form. I will live without form." "Eternally?" "Eternally. I have been here eternally, and I'm going to be here eternally." "Will you have consciousness beyond death?" "Yes, because death has nothing to do with consciousness." "Will you have identity beyond death?" "No identity." Alright, in the East we have been watching the death experience of people. How you die reflects your whole life, how you live. If I can see just your death, I can write your whole biography, because in that one moment your whole life becomes condensed. In that one moment, like a lightning bolt, you show everything. A miserly person will die with clenched fists, still holding and clinging, still trying not to die, still trying not to relax. A loving person will die with open hands, sharing, even sharing his death, as he shared his life. You can see everything written on the face, whether this man has lived his life fully alert, aware, or if he has, then on his face there will be a light shining. Around his body there will be an aura. You come close to him and you will feel silent, not sad, but silent. It even happens that if a person has died blissfully, you will feel suddenly happy near him. It happened in my childhood. A very saintly person in my village died. I had a certain attachment to him. He was a priest in a small temple, a very poor man, and whenever I would pass, I used to pass at least twice a day. When going to the school near the temple, I would pass. He would call me, and he would always give me some fruit, some sweet. When he died, I was the only child who went to go see him. The whole town gathered. Suddenly, I could not believe what happened. I started laughing. My father was there. He tried to stop me because he felt embarrassed. A death is not a time to laugh. He tried to shut me up. He told me again and again, "You keep quiet." But I have never felt that urge again. Since then I have never felt it. Never before had I ever felt it. To laugh so loudly, as if something beautiful has happened, and I could not hold myself. I laughed loudly. Everybody was angry. I was sent back, and my father told me, "Never again are you allowed to be in any serious situation. Because of you, even I was feeling very embarrassed. Why were you laughing? What was happening there? What is there in death to laugh about? Everybody was crying and weeping, and you were laughing." And I told him, "Something happened. That old man released something, and it was tremendously beautiful. He died an orgasmic death." Not exactly these words, but I told him that I felt he was very happy dying, very blissful dying, and I wanted to participate in his laughter. He was laughing, his energy was laughing. I was thought mad. How can a man die laughing? Since then I have been watching many deaths, but I have not seen that type of death again. When you die, you release your energy, and with that energy, your whole life's experience. Whatsoever you have been, sad, happy, loving, angry, passionate, compassionate, whatsoever you have been, that energy carries the vibrations of your whole life. Whenever a saint is dying, just being near him is a great gift. Just to be showered with his energy is a great inspiration. You will be put in a totally different dimension. You will be drugged by his energy. You will feel drunk. Death can be a total fulfillment, but that is possible only if life has been lived. Alright, I'm going to keep these videos short. Alright? But that's chapter 3 in Osho's autobiography, and you know what? It made me think. The most important relationship that any of us can ever have, that any of us do have, is the relationship with death. Life is about dying. Every moment we're dying. Okay? And this is something we all know. We all know, but we avoid thinking about it. Why? Because we think it's a waste of time. Because we can't do anything about it. But it's supposed to be, you see, everything in life is a relationship that represents, in a microcosmic way, the bigger relationship, which is your relationship with death. And that's why everything in life is made temporary. To have you understand how to die. How to live life is how to learn, it's to learn how to die. To live life is to learn how to die. And the way we have relationship with everything in life ultimately will then be the last relationship we have with this life, which is realizing that this life is death. When you get to know this life in that way, then you're having a relationship with life in a much different way than if you were by just ignoring that fact. So everything is just a preparation. It's just a test, a learning experience. All relationships in this world are a learning experience on how to deal with letting go. How to have a relationship with letting go, which is what death is, letting go. And that's what life is. Life forces you to let go. In so many ways. In so many ways, the Spirit of life talks to us because we are life. And so it is our spirit talking to us. Individually, collectively. It is the consciousness that is completely aware of this relationship between death and the eternal self. And that's why we can see everything is duality. Everything is duality to teach us. We're aware that everything is duality to teach us the duality of life and death, of mortality and immortality. So the sense in you that is immortal, and it is there in every single one of us, it is there. Whether you deny it or not, it is there. That sense is the voice of your eternal self, experiencing death. The confusion lies because we allow ourselves to be attached to even letting go, to being forced to let go. We allow ourselves to be attached to the fact that we're forced to let go. But we don't realize it is by our will we are here. We are here by our will. And so there's no sense in thinking that you're being forced, because you chose to be here. We choose to be here. We chose to be here. And that's what responsibility is. Realizing our choices and where our choices bring us. It brings us to ourselves. It brings us right directly to ourselves, to who we are. All we have to do is open up to behold that relationship.